No doubt.
Yeah.
And it's good to be able to adapt. Right? It's one of the most important things we're talking about, like, you know, adaptability of just life.
Yep.
You know, it's important. But I found, like, you know, the same thing, like, you know, a few years ago I was just fucking crazy. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I was crazy when I'd be on stage. I'd be doing crazy shit. I'd be saying crazy shit. So, like, people had this idea of me as just, like, this wild boy,
Yep.
partying, all this and that, right? So whenever I try and drop something, like whenever I wrote a track that I really felt, you know what I mean, that had a lot of deep emotional meaning to me, it didn't resonate with people because that's not how they saw me.
So self-discovery is also a gradual a form of progression also, because there's obstacles in your way, but the universe puts the obstacles in your way. And if you, even if the obstacles defeat you, if you collide with them head on, eventually you will excel, because as Cannabis said, the wise man sees failure as progress. So you got to learn how to treat failure as your friend instead of using it as a catalyst for self-defeatism. You know.
Well, I had this idea, I don't know if it'll come into fruition, but for my next album, I've just been thinking about it. And I was thinking of the title being Two Crookedels. Two Crookedels makes a W.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, you know, everybody has to take those L's, you know what I mean? Like,
that's very, very poetic.
Yeah.
Very poetic.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, you know, being able, oftentimes you learn more from failing than succeeding. If you're willing to learn the lesson.
Of course.
If you're willing to learn the lesson, right? But like being open to seeing your shortcomings and to learn is like, you know, I've learned, like, I like to think I'm a pretty knowledgeable person, not because I'm so fucking smart, but because I fucked up more than most people I know.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's not that I know what to do, I know what not to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like...
Because now you're writing brilliant film scripts.
Yeah. Trying.
Now you're writing brilliant film scripts.
Honestly, you'd be like, I think I got a character for you in mind already.
Okay, I'm down, brother. I'm down.
Yeah, we're working on a movie.
As long as I don't gotta wear no dress. As long as I don't gotta...
Oh, sorry, never mind. Never mind. I don't got a part for you. But yeah, you know, like, even like, you know, the early stages you're talking about, like, there's a lot to be learned from having the opportunity to fuck up in like a semi-safe space or with people you got that like love you around. Like you were with all the boys in Van, right?
Yeah.
And like, you know, you still like, no matter how fucked up you guys got and like whatever, you still had the support system of each other.
Oh, hey, look, I mean, as I was explaining, like I avoid social media like the plague. Not to say that it can't be utilized for positive purposes, because I know it can. It was just a decision I made, but all my peoples in Van, I always had tremendous love for. Fucking Wreck, fucking Mark Brand, Manic Wonderful, Ozzy 12, you know, Danny and Lizzie, fucking just phenomenal people, you know, and they, I failed many times in front of all of them, and you know, but they, but as I say, it was a big family, and it was, you know, and they were experienced enough to know artistically and in life to know that, you know, if we don't embrace this fucker, we're making a big mistake. And yeah, so any of my East Van folks that are watching right now, it's, you know, I love you fuckers, right? Of course I do.
We love you too. I'm not including that, but I speak for everybody.
Yeah.
Fuck, I had something I was gonna say and I totally forgot. I'll get to it though. I think maybe we should fix up.
Oh, you want a little something? As long as you got one of them adrenaline reserves for me later, we're good.
Oh yeah, you're fine.
CM Powell getting it in. Fucking.
God, I love my job.
Yeah.
Have a swig too?
Of course.
See, today, like, fans are getting something special today, you know what I mean? Normally we'd only shoot 2 episodes, today we're shooting 3. We had Chico in the building, we got C in the building, we got Kevin in the building. It's a good day. It's a good day for me, at least. Israel's over there. Israel, you know, our producer is over there shaking his head. He gets real fed up with shit. Mostly my shit. And shout out to Israel and Sheldon for putting up with us.
Shout out.
Shout out to everybody that allows you to do the things you love in life.
You see, this is the mix that you use, and I know it's janky and it's big goddamn, but there's no sodium, there's no sugar. It's carbonated water, not natural flavors and ascorbic acid. And you can drink 50 of these in one night and still keep it moving because you're not you're not being dehydrated.
We're not sponsored by
I should have tore the cocksucking label off.
Dragon Energy, the power is yours, made in Canada. That's who we fuck with.
I guess we gotta cut that part out, do we?
No, I'm just-
I'm just saying that it doesn't mean this shit don't make me dehydrated. Like if it did, you know what I mean? You drink pop all goddamn night with booze, you feel like wake up feeling like somebody took a fucking shit in your mouth.
Oh yeah.
Right? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, man. Honestly, that's one of the things that like I noticed for me is like, if I party one night, and especially if I'm smoking a lot, fucking.
You're sponsored cocksucking Big 8, so. Yeah.
Especially if I smoke a lot, the next day that like cotton mouth, you know what I mean, and that like just hoarse. Like, oh man, when you be coughing shit up, and you're like, what the fuck? That should not come out of a human.
Yeah. Well, I mean, breath isn't fit to kiss a hooker. Breath ain't fit to kiss a hooker. You know?
I like that.
And in my better days, I did end up kissing a couple of them, but that's East Van. So
That's East Van.
Leave that behind
What
us.
happens in East Van stays in East Van.
Well,
Except for a couple things that might come back with it.
long as it ain't being recorded, I'll tell you a few stories. You know.
No. We're not getting into that. We'll get into that on the way to moves. we have to keep it semi-professional in here.
Absolutely.
Which, today, we normally do pretty good, though. Man, like, the funny thing is, like, as artists, sometimes we feel that our vices are a part of our art and our outlet. Like, for example, I smoke heavy weed, right? And like, if I'm writing a song, you know, I got 3 or 4 twisted up before I even like start writing, and then I'll just, as I'm going, smoke.
Right.
But if I don't got weed, and it's not like weed gives me magical power that I didn't have before, but it's like, I don't know. Like, you know, do you feel the same way with like booze and shit?
So weed used to do that for me once upon a time when I would envision, you know, I would get visions of mid-90s nostalgia, you know, like just envision yourself spitting with like the boys from DITC or you know what I mean, or somebody like that. And at the time, you know, it used to synchronize with that kind of imagery. But as I got older, I said to myself, yeah, it would be cool if I could adapt to that, but it's not me. Unfortunately, I operate better on hard drugs because it brings the aggression out. And although the creativity might decimate a little bit, at least it's projected in a clear manner. Because if I was to get fucking blunted out of my skull, the output would be kind of distorted. But that's just the effect it has on me, right? You know what I mean? In order for me to smoke fucking crazy herbs, I gotta have a certain level of intoxication. Otherwise, it just turns me into a introverted person that I'm not, you know what I mean? That I'm not known for.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny how everybody's different. Like, you know, like I smoke weed, like, you know, smoke weed won't make me super introverted or closeted. It'll just make me kind of less of an asshole, which is probably good for everybody.
I'm used to assholes. We're good.
Yeah.
I used to be one myself.
Used to?
Kev,
Past tense.
Kev may tell you that maybe I still am one. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the pot calling the kettle black. Kev's a fucking prick.
Pot in the kettle scenario, yeah.
That's our next guest, by the way.
Yeah.
Kevin Beal of
Kevin
Black
Kev.
Buffalo Records.
Oh, man.
But in the meantime, we're not done with C, so you just got to keep scrolling on your phone there, Kevin. We'll get to you. Oh, he does have a phone.
Oh shit, it's magic.
You're just going to listen then. Listen to us talk about our hemorrhoids. Let's get back to that.
You don't fixate on that. Come on. We're trying to build. We're trying to build.
I'm
Let's
just
build.
joking. I'm just
Build.
joking.
Build.
Let's talk about your name.
Okay. So when I was in high school, the early stages of high school, I adopted an LSD habit, and I used to just sporadically just blurt it out. And the exclamation mark symbolized the level of intensity at which it would be expressed. So, and then people just started calling me that. And so I guess in short, the name stuck, but the habit didn't stick. Not because I don't want the habit to stick, because if you had the prick, I'd take it right now, and I just don't know where to get it. You know what I mean? So that played no. But that played an integral role in the name. In the name. But if I was to revisit, in all fairness, if I was to revisit those days, you would see an artistic transformation of drastic proportions. And I'm not entirely sure my brain can handle another one of those.
We might have to make a stop.
Yeah? Yeah? My man.
Oh no, we'll ask the driver.
Yeah. Hey, look, I'm not opposed to the idea.
But it's a cool, unique name. You know, it's not like, you know, a lot of people have pretty standard issue rap names. Lil this, big this.
Little and young. You're either little or you're young.
Yeah. I think it was Master Ace.
Master Ace and Ed OG did a song, Little Young.
Yeah. That was a fucking banger. Yeah. Man, I really love Master Ace.
Me, Ace and Words kicked it with me and moves at our pad in East Van. Yeah.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, drank a bit of yak, watched some football. Them boys recorded a verse for some local Peckerwoods. I don't mean to call them Peckerwoods. They were good MCs.
No.
I just can't remember the names offhand.
I love it though. I swear that's gonna stick. I just see myself calling everything a fucking Peckerwood in the near future. I'm just like,
you're getting $1,000 for a damn verse. What the fuck? I mean, it's gonna take a really, really, really shitty subpar MC for me not to take a G for a song. Like,
oh yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, if I really don't like you, like if I really don't fuck with you, I don't think any amount of money would make me work with you.
Probably not.
Unless maybe I could use the money to benefit people in some way. If that makes sense. Like sometimes shit's gotta be a means to an end.
Yep.
You know what I mean? If you can use it that way.
It's got to be an extraordinary set of circumstances for me to,
sacrifice.
downgrade
you know?
my own art for fucking money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For fucking plastic. Yeah, I feel you. I'm not like. What's hard about the industry, right? Is there's a lot of fake niceties going on.
Yep.
You know, people won't actually like you, but they'll smile in your face and they'll do the whole kiss ass handshake thing. You know, and I can't really do that. Like, if I don't like you, I can't act like I don't like you. I just don't have that in me. Like, if I really don't like you, I can't act nice to you.
The thing is if I dislike somebody, it's got to be for genuine reason.
Oh, yeah.
It's got to be for genuine reason. Like, but energy is everything. You know what I mean? Like, if negative energy is being projected to me and they're trying to disguise it as, I'm gonna, act civil to this person because that, we got mutual friends. I don't fuck with that shit, and I can point that away from a mile away. I've experienced it in the past half a year. I've experienced it, and it is what it is. Worst case scenario, I'll be out in a corner somewhere, fucking with my bottle. And if artistic obligations permit, I'm still gonna do my job. But especially within the realm of hip hop, and within our realm of ego.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You know, so it's like, and don't get me wrong, you need some ego to be a dope MC. You need some.
You need ego. Yeah.
But you don't need to take
you don't-
someone.
you don't- yeah.
You don't need to take someone down to make yourself feel better.
No,
That's where it comes.
exactly.
like,
And you don't need to be a
something.
prima donna either. Right?
Yeah.
Like. Okay, so for example, so I'll put it to you like this. In my case, people who marginalize people who marginalize the technical quality of my lyricism solely based on the fact that what I'm saying offends them, all people like that can do for me is get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah.
Because 9 times out of 10, they get offended at everyone and everything, and I don't even want fans like that.
No. Yeah.
I don't even want fans like that. I want fans in their late 20s, 30s, and 40s. Those are the Peckerwoods I cater
Want
to.
on board.
You know what I mean? I don't really. Now there are exceptions to the rule. I've met some pretty bright millennials and Gen Zs, right? Not to, generalize everyone, but the overwhelming majority of the people I fuck with are, late 20s, 30s, and 40s.
Yeah. But I mean, it's good to have those younger people too, like Lavender. We were talking about Lavender earlier. Shout out to Lavender. We
Yeah.
love you, homegirl.
Love you, ma.
But she's one of those people that is like a millennial.
No, she's not at all. She's your age. She's
We're
20,
millennials.
27.
We're millennials.
Okay, so I was under the.
Isn't Lavender's 24?
No, she's 27, I do believe.
Are you sure?
I don't know. Anyway, I was under the impression millennials are people who are born in the 21st century, like the new millennium. That's what I thought millennials were.
Okay, yeah, no.
Maybe I have to correct myself.
I don't know, man.
It's all.
Gen Z then. Let's just say Gen Z.
Gen Z, there you go.
But you and Lavender are far from that.
Yeah,
Right,
I
because-
think we're on the cusp. Like,
Well, it don't matter because you fuckers have an overstanding on, what the dope hip hop is, and you have an appreciation for the the pioneers.
of course.
You know what I mean? So I don't want to get the age factor distorted because I know some goddamn, I know some people that are in their mid-20s that are brighter than Peckerwoods in their fucking mid-40s.
It's really a matter
Yeah.
of perspective. Who's
Yeah.
willing to listen? Who's willing to challenge themselves?
Yeah.
Sometimes a lot of people that are older, they get so set in I'm right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're not willing to challenge themselves. And like this is something I was talking with my girlfriend about the other day. Is like, a lot of boomers, baby boomers, whatever. Like,
Oh my god. Don't even get me started.
like,
Good work ethic, but narrow-minded.
well, that's the thing, right? Is like they always want to talk about the younger generation fucking up.
Yep.
So that they don't have to acknowledge that they created the circumstances for us to be living this way. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's not like we just fucking woke up and like, we didn't make this world for ourselves.
Yeah, we were born in a world we didn't create.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, I feel
We're
like
in a
this
situation where you need to work smart as opposed to work hard.
Yeah.
Like if you just work hard, that's
Well,
not
you got to
necessarily.
work. You got to work hard, but in order to obtain the creative aspect of art, you need to experiment with different lifestyles, and sometimes that involves mind-altering chemicals. And without experimenting, unfortunately, you just become a shallow, introverted piece of shit.
So just ride a bicycle, ladies and gentlemen. Just ride a bicycle.
Hey, you know what I mean? Like,
421, the day after.
and take risks. I take fewer and fewer risks because I'm older, obviously, but artistically, nobody's taking the risks I'm taking in Canada artistically.
But you already kind of like took your lumps of trying new shit. Not to say you can't always try new shit and learn, but like you have done a lot of the like trial and error, and like you've made yourself vulnerable. Even sometimes when you're being super raunchy and like offensive to people, but you're exposing like a vulnerable part of yourself.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And like that's important, right? Like, like when I make music, sometimes I want to make songs where I sound cool, but other times I want to air out that I'm a loser, secretly.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like,
all this bullshit about I'm unfuckable. Nobody can fuck with me. I never made no goddamn mistakes in my life.
Well, you're just a liar.
Oh, for fuck's sake, please.
You're just a fucking liar.
Nobody is unfuckable. Everybody got skeletons in the closet. As long as you haven't done anything immoral, like inexcusably immoral, you know, sure. I mean, we're all human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah,
firmly,
a lot of it's about taking accountability and like
Yeah.
Sure.
kind of like, you know, coming to terms with like, oh shit, I fucked up, and like,
well, that's the
trying to move
thing, right?
forward.
Is
Yeah.
like,
And laugh at losery too. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
don't put such an emphasis on social status.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, this is a conversation we were having not very long ago about you know, my old music videos, right? They were shot on no budget. They were all shot in one day. Like, you know, like I'm a fucking kid. I look corny as fuck, you know what I mean? And you know, we were talking about like, you know, having those out there and like, you know, like is it bad for your brand or whatever to have like, you know, that old shit that doesn't, you know, but we were talking about it and I was like I wouldn't take those videos down because it like lets people see the real journey.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know, you might see me doing shit now, like you see me on the screen here, you know what I mean? Like it looks like I'm doing shit. But like you should see this fucking 18-year-old fat kid eating licorice on camera, like trying to rap, you know what I mean? Like and I think it's really important, you know, especially these days where the standards, like people, there's so many different standards on people that people are really scared to be themselves or to look silly, you know what I mean? Or like, or to fuck up, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But here's the thing, right? What is perceived as cool in the 21st century, or should I say the modern age, 2021, like us old heads, like me and Kev, we look at these kids that are, you know, promoting this image on modern music videos, and we're like, okay, so this is what the definition of cool is nowadays, because to us they're just being pure douche, and they may feel the same way about us. But what the thing about it is that we built, you know what I mean? We laid the fucking bricks, and so you know, when you have new artists who defy the whole stereotypical new age image, it's refreshing because, you know, I look at yourself and like Lavender, and it's a breath of fresh air. I'm like, yes, there is fucking hope.
yeah.
You know, there is hope because you fuckers aren't, you know, pretentious or corny or
It's real shit.
yeah, it was real deal fish scale.
Yeah. And like, you know, a lot of that comes from, you know, speaking on like Lav and I specifically, we've been fortunate to have access to people and opinions from like experienced people, like such as yourself, like Chico or Sox or Kev.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Where we're in a, well, like we're willing to listen and take it in, but like, you know, having that influence around us, like it really plays a big part into like that.
Well, yeah,
artistic, like-
you attract the energy that you project. You search for it, and it found you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And that's the thing, you always got to be putting yourself out there, right? Like,
Yeah.
you never know when something will just come to you. And it might not be right away, like, you know, who knows? Like even this whole podcast coming together, like, you know what I mean? Like,
It was a surprise to me. I thought this interview was taking place at Kev's goddamn apartment, for fuck's sake. Because nobody told me.
no, it's
And I
pretty
said, oh, we're meeting up with Paolo and the boys. I was like, oh, okay, all right. No, okay.
I love it. But, you know, this shit... Okay, we got to wrap her up soon because we still got to do
Still got
Kevin.
Kev, yeah.
Yeah, gonna have I might sneak out for a smoke. Oh, I was waiting to see. Like, he's like, oh, this motherfucker.
Well,
You're not sneaking out for shit. I saw that. I don't know. To be honest, I said it to just see what you would do. All right.
Anything with the guest.
What?
Can't do anything with the guest.
Yeah, that's true. Can't do anything. The guest needs to smoke. Shit. Fuck. I'm hungover. Sorry. I shouldn't probably say that on camera. I should be professional. But I mean, we know what's good. We're honest.
say what you
That's
wanna
the
say.
fucking theme of this episode.
Ask me anything.
Top or bottom?
Sideways.
Sideways. There you go. Sideways. Tricknology.
On that note,
Tricknology.
I think we might have to conclude this episode. See? Brother,
All right, my
it's
man.
been a pleasure.
Yeah. And just a few last words.
Please.
Support LPFC, Low Pressure Fried Chicken, Drunken Ursuls, Black Buffalo. We got the most important music in Canada, put it that way. And my music family. Shout out to my music family, my immediate family. You know who you are. I don't gotta say individual names. And everyone who helped influence bring this day to life.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And honestly, the day is young. I feel like I'm scared for what the future has in store.
Yeah, well, if you're gonna make that stop, I think we're both scared. But some tells me it might happen. Some tells me it might happen.
Yeah, Fear and Loathing in Truro.
No.
All right, we should probably shut the camera off before we go to jail.
All right.